33. The wondrous land, vast beyond measurement, is made up of the spontaneously produced 7 jewels. It arises from the adornments originating in the power of the Buddha's primal vow. Thus I bow my head to Amida, the pure one who broadly grasps all beings. 34. The brilliance of that land is wondrous and transcendental. The beings there are filled with joy and serenity, and there is no distinction of the 4 seasons. The working of self-benefit and benefit of others has been perfectly fulfilled. The compassionate means that skillfully creates the adornments brings us to take refuge. The jeweled land, brilliant and transparent, is flat and level like the palm of one's hand. There are no obstacles such as mountains, rivers, hills, or ravines. But if one wishes to see them, through the Buddha's supernatural power they appear at once. Thus I bow my head to Amida, the honored one beyond conceptual understanding. 35. The Bodhi tree is 4 million li in height, with a girth at its base of 5,000 yojanas. Its branches and leaves spread 200,000 li, and are formed naturally of a composite of all kinds of gems. They are adorned with the kings of gems, that is, the moon-radiant mani jewels and the ocean-supporting wheel gems. Everywhere amid its branches hang jeweled adornments that change colors in 1,000 million ways. Their flame-like light surpasses that of 1,000 suns, and endless treasured nets cover it all. All the ornaments appear in response to one's wish. Thus I bow my head and prostrate myself at the feet of Amida, the one called Bodhi tree. 36. When a soft wind blows through the tree and produces the sound of Dharma, it reaches universally the Buddha lands of the 10 directions. All those who hear the sounds attain profound insight into existence, never encounter any kind of suffering until they attain Buddhahood. The supernatural power of the Buddha is profound and great without measure. Thus I bow my head and prostrate myself at the feet of Amida, the one called Bodhi tree. 37. When one's 6 organs sense the fragrance, color, sound, feeling, taste, and the Dharma of the Bodhi tree, one attains insight into the reality of Dharma. Thus I prostrate myself at the feet of Amida, the one called Bodhi tree. 38. When one receives the virtue of the Bodhi tree on one's 6 sense organs, the organs are purified until one reaches the attainment of Buddhahood. With the insight into the reality through first hearing the sacred sound, then learning to obey the truth, and finally realizing the non-origination of all things, they will attain enlightenment in accordance with their ability as a bodhisattva. The magnificent virtue of the Bodhi tree is totally originated in the Tathagata's 5 transcendental powers. The Buddha's majestic power and primal vow, fulfilled, luminous, resolute, and ultimate, are means of compassion beyond our conceptual understanding. So I take refuge in and bow my head to Amida, the truly immeasurable one. 39. Emperors of the world and those up to the 6th heaven enjoy 8 varieties of wondrous music. Even if the musical tones of each heaven surpasses the preceding by 10 million kotis of times, the excellence of the tunes produced by the jewel trees of the Pure Land surpasses it twice as much. Again, exquisite music spontaneously arises. Being clear and serene, the sound of the Dharma brings joy to the heart and mind. Unexcelled in subtlety and elegance, it resonates throughout the 10 quarters. Thus I bow my head to Amida, the music of purity. 40. Trees of the 7 kinds of jewels fill the land, mutually reflecting each other's brilliance. The flowers, fruits, branches, and leaves all shine off of each other. Thus I bow my head to Amida, the store of virtues fulfilled through the primal vow. 41. On occasion, pure winds blow in the jeweled trees, producing the 5 tones of the scale, in which Kung and Chang spontaneously harmonize with each other. Splendid and elegant music naturally arises. Thus I prostrate myself at the feet of Amida, the one imbued with purity. 42. The Buddha land extends endlessly, overspread by countless fully decorated jeweled nets. They are made of gold lace, gems, and rare and indescribable precious treasures. Covering the 4 directions of the land, the nets are hung with jeweled bells. When a mild and moderate breeze wafts through, causing them to ring, they reverberate the sound of the wondrous Dharma. Elegant and sublime fragrances permeate the air. In all those who smell them, the impurities and defilements of blind passion cease to arise. When the breezes touch their bodies, they all attain the same pleasure as a bhikshu who has entered the samadhi of total extinction.